Welcome back to Mountain Beaches. We are excited to wish everybody a happy 4th of July.
Yeah, we hope that you've already had a really great weekend and that you're really celebrating big today.
Yep, America, the land of the free. We got to keep it that way. So we kind of thought maybe today would be a great time to give you a proper tour of our 10 acres here in North Idaho. We've shown bits and pieces.
Yep.
Over the years, we've only been here a year, over the videos, but we haven't really kind of given you an overview of the whole thing.
We're going to give you the lay of the land.
So I think maybe the best place to start is right behind us where we have our barn dominium being built. So let's get to it.
Let's go in. Welcome to our barn dominium. Its dimensions are 56 by 56. We have two 14-foot doors in the middle that will house both our truck and the RV. And then the extensions on either side. One side will be for my car, if I ever get my car up here. And the other side will house the wood fire boiler, all the wood, and the tractor over on that side. And on this back section right here is our little apartment. So let's go inside and see just what it's all going to look like. All right, we're using the servants' entrance here. We're going in the back door. No servants, just me. This little spot is where our wood fire boiler is going to go. And then we have this whole open space that will house the wood and our tractor. Right here, there's going to be a door that goes into the main part of the shop. This will all be walled off because we're just keeping this part completely separate from the rest of the garage. So let's go through this imaginary door. All right, this is going to be the back entrance to the apartment. If we enter right into here, there'll be a kitchen area, living room area, and then this L shape over here is kind of going to be our little workstation. We're going to have our computer, our washer and dryer, a couch that pulls out over here, because eventually this apartment is going to be for family and friends that come to visit. So we wanted an extra sleeping area in this pull-out couch. So over here, hopefully maybe a fireplace. Not that we're going to need it, because we're going to have in-floor heating, and that's going to be fantastic. Right over here, there's going to be a big window so we see this beautiful view. That was really important to me. And then as you come back this way, you're going to enter into the kitchen area. So kitchen area here, we'll have a bar with a couple of bar stools. It's a little apartment, but you know, Norm and I are used to living in close quarters. So come back into here is a small bathroom, and then into here is our master bedroom. So that's it. It's pretty little. Let's go back out into the garage area. So we're going to open the door, and you can see here, this is a huge area. So one side or the other, we don't know yet. Depends on what a good backer Norm is, but will be the trailer, and then his truck on the other side, maybe a little garage workstation back here for him. And then on this other side, and this will all be open, this is where I get to park my car. And until I get my car up here, we'll probably put a lot of the implements that go with the tractor in this area. So there you go.
Okay, kind of the elephant in the room, or I should say the truck in the area, gives away what we've got going on right now, and we're drilling a well. And this is the well rig right here for drilling. They're underway. We're going to have a video all about that at another time, so we're not going to talk too much about it, but our well is going to be right back there, and we're pretty excited. So let's head over into what Kim always likes to call her park, the forest park. Okay, before we go into the forest park, I want to point out the boundaries of our property. It's kind of like right over here, this tree line back over here, And then that field behind us, that is our neighbors. So right now we're pretty close to one border of our property. Total of 10 acres. It's a square, 660 feet each direction. So let's walk it a little bit. Let's head down to the forest. Here we are. Welcome to Kim's Park Forest. Or is it Forest Park? Either way. This is the forest that is closest to where we typically live when we're up here in our RV. And it was way overgrown. So many trees in here. The trees were growing very small in diameter and really tall. And so it was unhealthy for the forest. It was a little bit dangerous. And we've been working like crazy in this area to clear it out. You can see we actually have sunlight in here now. When we bought the property, this was, I don't know, this was like the forest in the Wizard of Oz or something where, you know, you couldn't see anything. It was so dark. A lot of work going on in here. Still more to go because we got to clean up all the stuff on the ground. What we really need is a chipper, and we can chip all this stuff up. That'd be awesome. So let's keep going.
All right, heading out of the hammock forest, as I like to call it. And now we're in the area over here where, remember we showed you that great game cam footage with all the animals? That was set up right over here. So this obviously is a place where a lot of the animals like to hang. And then if you see all around here, we've got lots of stacks of wood that Norm has taken out. Look at over this way. From our forest, and all of this is going to be used for firewood in that wood fire boiler. If we go further out this way, not too much further, there's another corner of the property right over this way. Right, we have come upon another. This is one of the corners on the property, and you see here that the pulled that off. The surveyors use different color of tape on the corners. I'm not sure what they're for, but it's very obvious when we get to one of these corners that this is corner of the property.
Okay, as we come out of the area where the game camera footage was from, we're going to head this direction towards another corner, and we're going to come across, well, first we're going to come across my tractor, but we're going to come across another big, huge wood pile that's we need to get started cutting and splitting. That's for firewood. Then we'll come to the RV pad that we put in for family and friends to use, and then we're going to keep heading down the slope here and get to two different springs that we have on the property. So let's go down this way. Here's the big wood pile. We did most of this last year. This came out of Kim's hammock forest last year, and it's ready to be cut. It's seasoned and ready for firewood. I guess the other thing I need to mention, right here, this is going to be where we put our solar panels. This is our solar array. So far we just have the posts in the ground, and then down here behind me, our gigantic, well, one of our gigantic slash piles. This thing needs to burn, or maybe we get a wood chipper and chip some of it up, but the majority of it needs to burn. But we can't do that now until the fall. We're looking maybe November before we'll be able to burn this. So that's just going to be there for a while.
This is one of our guest accommodations. It's the RV pad that our daughter and son-in-law and grandsons were able to use when we got here, or when they got here and helped with the solar array. So anyway, it's simple. It has, you know, just gravel on it and some solar lights, and we're set to go for guests. Over here, though, a lot of you have asked about this little trailer. I get confused often, and I call it the Firefox, but it's really an Arctic fox. It's a tiny little 23-foot trailer, and we bought it for two purposes. One, if any of our family or friends want to come and visit and they're not bringing their own rig and we don't have a place for them to stay, this little trailer is completely set up for guests. The other thing is Norm and I still like to go RVing, but we don't want to hook up our bigger trailer and move our house that's just right here on the property right now. Instead, we'll hook up this little guy and go have some fun for a weekend.
So we're gonna go down the hill. You can't tell it probably in the camera, but slopes down here. We're gonna go down the hill to the springs. That's next.
And right behind us is where we planted a lot of the little trees that we showed you earlier.
Yeah, all right, let's go.
Okay.
I can't find any of them.
I saw one.
Yep, they're here somewhere. We planted 300 of them, but with all the other ferns growing, you just can't see them. Okay, let's go down the hill. These ferns are huge. They're very healthy, but making it difficult to find the path. Look at they're up to here. They're at least 4 feet tall. I'm grabbing my leg. Look how dense this forest is over here. This is thick stuff. I think we're gonna have to go around because everything's overgrown. Wet year, everything's growing good.
Makes me want to say lions and tigers and bears. Oh my!
I've never seen this big, huge stump here before. I mean, obviously it's been here, but that just kind of tells you we have not really explored all of our land. We're still discovering. And we're still trying to figure out how to find our way over to the spring because the normal path was just too overgrown. We couldn't find it.
I don't know. Am I going the right way? Okay, now where? I'm so lost.
All right.
This way more? That way more. Okay.
Okay, here's the identifying mark. That's a dry stream bed right there. Sometimes in the springtime it has water flowing in it, but right now it's dry. Our spring is uphill a little bit. So let's go find it.
It is crazy thick in here. Ah, I think I see it. Maybe. Aha! Voila! There's actually two springs on this property. This is spring 1, and we don't really know what the flow rate is, so we couldn't depend on it for, for our use, but maybe for agriculture or something like that. Let's go find spring 2. And here is spring 2. We have done zero work on this part of the property. These springs, I think you can tell, they need a little bit of love. They need a little bit of help. But they flow. They seem to flow all year round, as far as we know.
So this is the spring that we're most interested in trying to develop. It's the one that has been used in the past. It's the one that has the underground pipe that we hit with the excavator recently. It goes from here up to our cistern up higher. We forgot to show that to you, but we have a cistern, 1,500-gallon cistern up higher, up closer to our trailer. So what I want to do is I want to put a pump on this, maybe a solar pump, and pump the water up to the cistern, and we'll see what kind of flow we get. First of all, I just want to test it and see what kind of production this has. I'm guessing it's very low, maybe a gallon a minute at the most, probably less than that, but it's water, it's a source, and we're going to figure it out.
We've hit one of the other corners of the property. Down this way, there's a blue flag. It's about 50 feet off that way for that corner, or that line of the property. And then it goes probably about 100 feet this way to find the actual corner. And as you can tell, this piece of the property is extremely dense. A lot of down, dead trees, a lot of things. We're not going to walk through there. We're going to come over this way and show you more of the property that's off that way. So I'm taking a picture. We think that this is bear scat. We don't know for sure, so I thought I'd do a little research on the internet. We have not seen any bears this year, but this looks fairly fresh, so we'll see what it is. If you guys have any idea what that is, put comments below and let us know what kind of droppings you think that is. All right, now we are heading out of the deep dark forest into a grassy field opening that this piece of, this is where we border with our neighbor, our closest neighbor. So here we go. Of course I went up and over.
All right, we made it through all of that, and now we're to our driveway and, in fact, our gate. This is where we enter our property with our gate. You've seen the video that we did putting up the gate and all that work. This gate has been awesome, works really well. Our property continues on for a ways, I don't even know how far. It goes for a ways through here, but it's super, super thick. So we're not gonna go down through there. We're gonna go up the driveway a bit, and then we'll take a cutoff down a trail. Right up here at the top of the hill, that's home. So all of this forest over here on my left, that's part of our property too. Part that we just really haven't explored because it's so thick, dense, and we're getting close to dusk, and so that's the animal time. We're not going to go down in there. It's just not the wise thing to do, go down into the dense forest at this time of night. So we'll try that another time. Just gorgeous. All right, I think that's going to do it for our little tour Our property goes further down into the forest this way, further into the forest that way. It's real thick. It's starting to get dark, although the camera doesn't show you that. And we just don't want to do that.
No, you know, we are bear aware, believe it or not.
Yeah,
So.
yep. We just absolutely love this property. It spoke to us. It was
Definitely
meant
did.
for us to be the current caretakers, and we're trying to do our best with it.
We are. We're trying to do our best with it. We're trying to take care of the forest. You know, we planted the trees. We planted a bunch of clover or field grass.
Field grasses.
Field grasses. You know, trying to do the things that we know how to do, and we're learning as we go.
And making a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for joining us. This was just a quick and dirty. We wanted to tell everybody happy 4th of July, happy birthday, America.
Yes.
And we'll catch you in the next video.
See you later.